This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. As they actually do it, but not always. This morning, you're sure Professor Howell was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. Professor Howell walked away, his hash browns safe for today. Mars called you a liar and a dummy. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff that you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body onto a colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. But what if those things haven't happened yet? But they will someday. Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick, that you're sick and you need to go to medbay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? I think we just don't want people to worry. I think it's going to be what we go with. Parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at Geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make that worse. Oh no. I wonder if it's something with plants not taking. If you just keep going to classes and staying out of trouble, it'll be easier for everyone, yourself included. Late quiet. What's up, Dine? Or Cal. Oops. Cal is riding around the Geoponics gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off, but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Solana. Real ground is way harder to hover on than the ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Yeah, that sucks. We all have to adapt. Yeah, Cal exclaims. Things are actually way, way better planet side. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like something amazing. Look at this. It's a skate bowl. Oh, what now? Like, it's all round and the sides go up? Cal gestures to the bowl. So, you could do hover tricks? He jumps on his board and shows you how it's done. Spend a lazy hour watching Cal ride around the bowl, trying to do tricks and sometimes even landing them. Mostly, he falls off, but he's right back on a moment later. The air is so fresh and nice out here. It's weird experiencing temperature. You start to get a little chilly as the first sun goes down and the slightly cooler, more blue sun rises. Cal, of course, doesn't know sun. Actually, wouldn't the blue sun be hotter? Blue is hotter than yellow on sun temperatures. Unless maybe the blue sun is even further away. I don't know how their binary stars are working. Maybe they're, well, maybe they aren't binary stars. You know what? Let's not assume the gender of our solar system. Maybe they identify as something. I mean, it gave us minus stress, but I planned on taking an EB Sleeby anyway. Boy, Solana, Mars says, looking you up and down with a sneer. Your shoes are gross. That's what you get for walking around in the dirt out there. She sniffs. Not me. I'm sticking to the ship until they pave all over that icky mud. I wonder if maybe she's scared of more than just getting dirty. Well, that's mean, Mars. Dirt's fun. It's got all the plants and the worms. Tammy has barely left the safety of the ship's quarters and lounge since you landed. She's looking fearfully out from the doorway. I'm afraid of outside, she admits plainly, with no trace of shame. My dad says I need to take baby steps. It's okay if I approach new things at my own pace. Let's perform a random act of kindness. You start simple. You give Tammy an enormous sharing hug. Tammy gets lots of hugs. You make sure this one feels special. She hugs you back, wiggling back and forth happily. She's surprisingly strong. I would say surprising, because she's baking a lot of goods. Like, I think bakers have really strong forearms from kneading dough. So she could probably, she's probably got a heck of a grip. Oh, they gave us empathy. Nice. Thanks, Solana, she says breathlessly as you squeeze the window out of her a little. I really, really needed that. Oh, before you go, she adds, and produces a box with a slice of cake in it from the folds of her skirt. You want this cake? They're so fun to make, but I need someone to help me eat them. I'll make you another on your birthday if you like. We can trade hugs for cakes again. Aww. I do like how a lot of the events have hidden depths. Full ramifications of a selected event isn't always 100% clear. Especially as playing things blind, it's nice to keep things, I feel, a little ambiguous. Keep things from being easily optimized. Ooh, what are you doing, Tangent? You want to cosign anything? Have you seen any signs? Why are you booing my math jokes? Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Howell wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There'd be a catalog on the colony HoloNet, but I can't find it anywhere. Lance, have you tried looking outside? Just give it a second. Yeah. I mean, it could be the antecedent. She looks down, then up, squints her eyes at you. Is that a joke? It's not funny, Solana. I need to finish this bio assignment so I can start on the engineering lab after lunch. Then I have a physics quiz to study for. She rolls her eyes. You won't help. Go kick a ball or something with the other kids. As you inch away, Tangent has already forgotten about you and is back to her hollow palm. Man, kids can be rude. Jeez. An enemy runs up to you. Hi, Solana, she huffs, catching her breath. She grins. On the ship, adults are always saying, no running, an enemy, no running. But outside here, there's so much room. I can run for 5 minutes in one direction. Even more, after the robo-plows clear the land for farms. We are not strong enough to train with an enemy. What about you, Dice? I don't want you to eat worms. Still sports ball. Give me bravery, toughness. Okay. But we want to rest. Both to relieve our stress, but also I want to get rid of some of our baby cards because they're kind of not as great as some of our stuff. Ooh. Hooked on your hollow palm. It's nice to take some time off and chill after all the stress of school and work. Not to mention the mental toll of just living on this unpredictable planet. Looks like you're not the only one who needs some downtime. The other kids are also relaxing in the lounge. Mars and Dice. And I feel like Mars is kind of being bossy. So I think we're gonna vibe with Tammy and Cal. Cal is braiding Tammy's long hair and weaving in strands of little colored baubles. This one's called a waterfall braid, I think, he says. I saw it in an archive vid, but it's really tricky. He's doing a terrible job of it. His short, clumsy fingers are getting all tangled in the strands. I'll do Cal's hair. You sit behind him as he sits behind her, like a mini conga line. You braid some short strands of Cal's hair, putting one of the little baubles at the end of each one. He finishes Tammy's hair. It's almost recognizable as a waterfall braid. Then touches his own braids and giggles. Now we'll do yours, they shout in unison. You jokingly try to escape, but Cal sits on your legs while Tammy gives you a beautiful braid. Aww, that's so cute. Oh, our forget is not as open as I thought it would be. All right, let's get rid of... Can we get rid of both? No, it's only one. I'm sad that we're getting rid of a yellow since that's a lot of our flushes. Early pollen. Interesting. This looks to be kind of the spring. Interesting. Egg. A hefty regs. Oh shit, there's stuff I can find in the overworld? Fuck me. I gotta start running around. I have found egg! Delicious, delicious egg. An enemy is running around the sports court, touching her hand to the ground at each corner. 18, she counts. 19. When she reaches 20, she collapses onto the grass and checks her hollow palm. I'm training, she explains. My big bro, Calm, says I have to get my legs climatized to the planet if I'm going to be a team captain like him. Here, I got something for you. Oh, so these are items. +1 to a card, change suit to strength. Oh, okay, so these are collectibles. Can I give him egg? Oh, you found me. Dice is adjusting better than you'd expected to life on the surface. He already found new places to hide and do whatever it is he does out here by himself. So, I feel like our options to give the Zeno egg is Tangent, Dice, or Tammy. Tangent, obviously, for the science aspect. Tammy to either bake, or maybe she would want to hatch it. Dice might be interested in it. Like, we don't know a lot about Dice, and we've kind of fucked things up a little bit earlier. So let's try and give the egg to them. Thank you, Dice says, really unsure how to react. I'll find something to do with it. Hey, all right, positive relationship with Dice. Nothing over there. Okay, let's get through some. The fact that I don't know if that's a bug or not, but it throws me off getting the hype train off of a raid. But still, Maggie B, welcome on by. What were you chatting about? I hope y'all had a great stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all don't know me. I am Dreki Ormitter, the Draconic Serpent, the Flightless Dragon, or simply a worm on the internet. Playing some games. Today we're playing Teenage Exocolonist. And it is a very beautiful and delightful game so far. There was like a list of content warnings. We haven't run into any yet, but in the pinned message, it should link to the website in case any of them are a problem for you. Because the conceit of this game is we just came to a new planet and, you know, we're like 10 years old and the game supposedly takes place over 10 years of us growing up and experiencing life with our friends on this new alien place. It so far has been very adorable, a great cast of characters, and a great game design, both in how the characters are presented and just, you know, the fact that the pronouns are right in on like their bios, like the eclectic cast, like I'm liking a lot about this game. Yeah, it seems so far it seems like very visual novel-y, but there are scenes where there's like little cards and there's like a little event we go through. So it's Very, very interesting. But I don't know how long y'all were streaming and chatting. If you need to take a break, if you need to raid and run, either of those, all of those, perfectly fine. Streaming is hard work. You gotta take care of yourself because now I am the one in control. At the very least, I implore you to maybe stand up, wiggle it out, leave a piss, take a water, do all at the same time. Don't do it all at the same time. You'll just make a huge mess. I'm not going to clean it up. You'll have to clean it up. Get ready for bed? Oh, well, I hope you have a fantastic and rejuvenating eat, Maggie B. And thanks for stopping on by. Always nice to meet new people, meet familiar people. I spy you there, Sauter. Welcome on by. Welcome on by. The old Pixie Extraordinaire. Pixie? Pixel Extraordinaire. Let's see. So this is our mom, actually, and she works at Hydroponics. And so I was going to check some of her other dialogues. We haven't seen what else. Let's see what's going on in engineering. How's teaching classes on life science, engineering, and humanities? You pass all your tests, maybe he'll let you work there a few years. Your father thinks you're old enough that school is optional. I don't agree, but I'll be honest with you, she says, gesturing to the fields. Do need every pair of hands we can get. If you want to work with me here in geoponics, I'd suggest studying life science. If you don't have a good grasp of biology and ecology, I'm going to stick you on shovel duty. Well, what's going on in command? I think Seek said they need someone to deliver supplies from the depot. Kind of setting up shop there, if you've got some kudos to spend. And of course, that's where Governor Udicott works. But you shouldn't bother her. She's a busy woman. She doesn't have your mother's patience with kids. Try not to giggle. Your mom isn't usually known for her patience. Okay, bye! And this is our best friend from childhood, Tammy. I love Tammy's design. I really like Tammy. She's cool. Tammy's dad is the head of expeditions, which means he's out surveying the jungle every day. This morning, you see her crying in the doorway as he leaves. I don't like it when he goes out there. She sniffs after he's gone. But he's so brave. And so are you. That's why I like you, Solana. Perform a random act of kindness. Okay, we don't have enough empathy. I don't want to give her the cake that she just gave me last event, so we'll hold on to the cake. Let's give Cal the cake because I can. Self-care and Ian will be perfect. No problem, Takes. Take care of you. That's for show. The suns, they're so warm. Cal lifts his face to the sky, eyes closed. Well, the blue one is just kind of warm, he continues. But the yellow one is like a heater. In the sky. Grow lights on Strato were bright, but never hot like this. It's so nice. I found something you like. Take this cake! Cal's eyes go wide. What? Solana, this is my favorite thing on the whole planet. He makes grabby hands at the cake. Takes a big huff of the pleasant, sugary smell as his eyes slip closed in sheer pleasure. Wow, Solana, he breathes. You are really the best of the best. Here, you can have a piece too. Let the icing melt in your mouth. Let all your worries melt away with it. Ooh, we learned that Cal likes cakes. Okay. Okay. All right, we're already at 0 stress, so we kind of wasted that a little bit, but we're not here to min-max. We're here to live our life, you know? Okay, so I think to get to studying biology and maybe get to aminals, we need to register for engineering. Using Congruence's HoloNet scheduling system is almost a test on its own. Feel like a hacker navigating the confusing interface, but manage to add your name on the list of drop-in students. Now eligible to join Tangent and some of the older students in the engineering classes. All right. Oh, that didn't take up our stuff. Oh, life sciences is... Am I a potato? I think I'm a potato. So humanities will give us creativity and persuasion, or we can keep studying biology and getting reason. We don't really have much persuasion. I like that we're getting pretty high on empathy. I like that for our character. I think we'll focus more on biology since I want our character to be sort of naturalistic. I'm certainly following in my parents' footsteps a little bit. So we'll go life sciences again today. And I think maybe tomorrow we'll do a bit of the other option to kind of get a little bit of creativity and persuasion, because we kind of been gated on a couple of things for having no persuasion. I don't think it's going to be our expertise, but we should have a couple points in it, I think. You try to recreate a native Vertumen ecosystem in a classroom terrarium. Would it be a Vertumenarium? Whatever it's called, you're not successful. Aww. Ooh. Looking for more difficulty? This harder card challenges option will keep you on your toes. Focus on the story. This will replace future minigames with a quick coin flip based on your agent's skills. I'm pretty happy with the challenge so far. I'm okay. Gems matter for other cards. Interesting. Okay, so this will give a bonus to a social card. We'll put that here. Oh, here's a good combo. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, 21. Look at that. Love to see it. Shazam, baby. All right, the card playing puzzle aspect tickles the brain in a pleasing way. I do hope we get some more ways of manipulating our memory deck, though, other than just straight removal, because I haven't seen like a discard and redraw or anything that gives us more card draws yet, which is unfortunate. I can foresee us being deck stacked or draw screwed in certain situations. You wake up from an afternoon nap. You squint into the pink-tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. Oh, I'm sorry, Solana, she says, giggling. I didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside, with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows. You rub your eyes blearily. Ugh. You're having the weirdest dream. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Sedent is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton? Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the creche first, then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Tammy skips off toward the creche, humming to herself. We'll get that free candy. Hell yeah! In the cafeteria, Auntie Sedent is cheerfully handing out masses of pink candy, puffy and soft like clouds. Okay, she's helped raise all the colony children as well as her own daughter. Oh, okay, so she's Anemone's mother. I see. Oh, Solana, she says, handing you a wand with some candy spun around it. Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth. You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's so sweet at first, your mouth puckers. You never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not at all like the soy sweets that the kitchen nanoprinter can make. It melts in your mouth, leaving a gritty residue on your tongue. You wait until everyone is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hands. Wilted a little from the humidity, but kind of like her hair, you think. Pale pink and so soft. You keep some to give to her later. You're relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Mom had to run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a hologram together. Ah! There was something at the expedition gate I forgot to talk to. Dang it. I wasn't thinking. Hopefully they're still there and we can take care of it tomorrow. When you're just about ready to head off to bed, your mom returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask her what happened, but she waves him away and approaches you. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between your two strong dirt-creased ones. So, Lana, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, she starts. Her mouth quivers as she swallows, working on her next words. There was an accident this afternoon in the creche. Your friend... I mean, what? Wait, what? You try to understand her words. Tammy dead? That's not possible. You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give Tammy. Big and fluffy. It's like her hair. Put your hand in your pocket to get it, but what comes out is a sticky red, dark red lump of hard goo. You stare at it, your mind blank. Fuck, man! What happened? Your mom tells you as simply as possible that Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken hollow projector. It's just an accident. Press her for more, for an explanation. Little girl is dead. Someone you grew up with. Someone so much just like you. She wasn't sick or anything. You just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Her mom's eyes are sad when she tells you. Sometimes, there's just no reason why. You aren't used to dealing with death. And you don't know what you're supposed to say or do. Sort of mumble okay. You get changed and crawl into bed. A full hour before your bedtime. You try to fall asleep, but you toss and turn for hours. You eventually drift off to fitful dreams of that small, sticky red lump of cotton candy. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay, I need a minute. Okay. Wow. All right, game. All right, game. All right, game. I understand. I understand. Okay? Understandable. That being said, fuck. That was an emotional haymaker out of left field. And I think it says a lot about this game that it landed so hard on me. One part because of how unexpected it was, but also because it makes you care about these characters so quickly. That's not easy to do in a game, but it certainly worked on me. Oh. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's continue. From a damaged hollow projector. I feel like our character is not going to be happy with electronics after that. I feel like we're going to want to work more in the fields. I feel like we are not going to want to go to I don't think we're gonna want to go to any engineering courses at the moment. Not for a while. I feel like we're gonna maybe do gardening for a bit, and then perhaps rest in the lounge. Let's talk to Cal. Cal is sitting in your mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning. Probably all of yesterday too. He and Tammy were really close. Remember, you guys used to play house and creche. Tammy was always the mommy. Cal was always the daddy. Even though you were just little kids, you always kind of giggled about how obviously they were going to be together forever. Like a princess and a knight. I miss her too. Me too, he sniffs, looking up at you. You can see how puffy and red his eyes are. Me, really too. Tammy always liked these flowers, he mumbles. Sometimes I picked some for her. Runs his hands over the pretty white flowers. Don't tell your mom, okay? Tears well up and slowly leak out of his eyes. Doesn't even blink, just stares at the flowers as the tears run down his cheeks. Time to give him some space. Oh man. Notice, please wear your masks when out of doors during pollen season. Ambient particulate may trigger a runny nose, watery eyes, and mild cough. Talk to Mars. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice as you come up beside her and barely reacts when you say hello. I'm thinking about Tammy, she says quietly. Used to sit down the hill there, in that spot in the sun. Every morning, she'd just sit there for hours in the sun, doing nothing. Just being happy. She stared down at the hill, to the spot near the entrance to the quarters. You can imagine her there, working on some little craft project and humming to herself. She was so nice to everybody. Now she's dead, Mars says, making a face. How's that for fair? All the people. It had to be my friend. Don't have an answer. Never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before. But of course she was. Tammy was everyone's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars clicks her tongue. Oh yeah, Administrator Seek is looking for you. Guess they need someone to do delivery jobs. She waves vaguely at the door behind her, distracted by her thoughts. I can't do delivery. I have 0 organizing. Well, we'll probably get toughness from gardening, so that'll probably get up. What happens if we visit the living quarters? Peng is pacing around in front of engineering. He looks upset. Shouldn't have happened, she says. What happened to Tammy? Shouldn't have been possible. No reason for that hollow projector to break. Professor Howell said it was recently serviced and nothing was wrong with it just before she gestures angrily. Just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so why? How? Let's set that up. Sorry, Solana. I want to think about this some more. I hate when I can't find the answer. Yeah. I don't think we're up for studying. Anemone is checking rocks at the strato, sending metallic clangs ringing throughout the colony. Stupid planet, she yells. Stupid creche. Stupid spaceship. She bends down to pick up another rock, but instead just sobs, braces her hand on her knees. Stupid everything. Why'd she have to die? It's not fair. Kids aren't supposed to die. Can you believe Tammy died? Dice asks morbidly. Your chief engineer Instance tells someone about it. He lowers his voice. Tammy got shocked by a broken hollow projector. The one in the creche with the dancing teddy bear, you remember? When she touched it, she got chucked all the way across the room. He makes a sailing motion with his hand. Bam! He was dead before she even landed. I didn't want to know that. Nope. Sorry. Dice replies, tugging at the sleeves of his oversized jacket. I'll shut up now. Sorry. Ugh. Dice is so weird. Yeah, it seems Dice is probably in disbelief, processing things in his own way. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Solana. Uncle Tonin, is it? Yeah, male. Uncle Tonin sighs as he blocks your path. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be out here. Children are so young and so precious. Fragile. Please stay near the ship. View the map. Ooh. View the bestiary. We have creatures. I don't want to look at them yet until we are able to leave for expeditions. So we'll hold off on those for now. Let's talk to our parents. Your mom pats your shoulder encouragingly. I'm so sorry, Solana. Your dad gives you a hug. I'm sorry you're feeling blue, Solana, he says. Things will start to look up again soon. All right. Let's distract our mind by exhausting our body. Let's shovel some dirt. Oh, that's gonna... Oh, man. Oh, fuck. The fact that our cards are memories, and then we have... Oh, man. Fuck. That's just... We're just gonna get sucker punched in the gut. Every time while we have this card, every time we draw, reminder of Tammy. Oh, man. Oh, man. What great game design, you know? The memories as cards is working on so many different layers. Oh, wow. Okay. 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 We want to do this order, so we get the 222 and flush. We'll do this and this. Looks like we don't have a super for this one. We'll go ahead and just take the W. Interesting that we're building up kudos, and interesting that kudos go up to, I think it was 99 that we saw. The colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. You want to attend? If you don't feel up to it, you could just skip it and take the month off instead. And get back to work. Fuck. Oh, man. I don't think our character would be up for attending. I think this is a fucked up choice. Fuck. I think grieving on our own way is the path. So I think we're gonna grieve by ourselves. The late Pollen. Can't bring yourself to attend Tammy's funeral, but the prospect of just going back to school like everything is normal is too much to handle. You end up spending a whole month alternating between sleeping, scrolling the holonet, and staring into space. restful, at least. And even your parents understand that you just need time to process Tammy's death. Hear from the others that the funeral service was beautiful. Like how you used to do it in space. Tammy's body got put into the colony recycler, and all the stuff got ground up to be added to the colony's fields. That way she'll never really be gone. Tammy, the first human to be buried in alien soil. First colonist to be truly become one with your new home. That is really nice. Really interesting. The I think they've been calling it terramation, where your remains, it's sort of like I've heard there's been a branching out of more ecological burials of not just like cremation, but like I think terramation is where they basically render your remains so they can be planted or used to grow something. And I think I like that idea. You know, I like giving back to the cycle of life. I think that's very poetic, and I think that's better than just taking up land with a box, as far as my preference for things. Want to be a coral when I pass? Ooh, that would be cool. That'd be pretty cool. All right. Hey, Dice. Dice is hanging out near the south gates. His hand in his pockets. We don't have anything to give him, and we don't have bravery, so no worm eating. Cal's mom, Tira, is sitting with Cal against the makeshift fence that surrounds the gardens. Cal looks absolutely shattered, and Tira rubs his back comfortingly. He sees you and musters up a brave smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Hey, Solana. It's good to see you. I need to make sure I look around for any stuff to pick up, because we did find that Xenoseg that one time. We need more egg. Anemone is lying in the dirt, sweating and gasping for breath. It's so hot, she complains. How am I supposed to run in these conditions? Solana, Tangent says, approaching you with a purpose. We need to discuss my brother. Ooh, Dice? My buddy Dice? Dish. Yes, Dice, she says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. Doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and I... trails off and looks at her feet. Oh, I'm on very good terms with my brother of late, but well, people are becoming worried. You get the feeling Tang is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll talk to him. He probably won't tell you, Tangent says angrily. Newton's apple, she swears. He won't even talk to me anymore. She sighs. You may have to follow him. I would, but everyone in the lab would know I was gone. No one cares where he goes during the day. Well, let's try and talk to him. Always take the shortest path to resolving, and no, we don't have anything. I see. Oh, I was mixing up Cal and Dice for some reason. You tell Dice that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes briefly flit to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing, where his sister is reading on her hollow palm between classes. He doesn't say anything. She's worried about you. Doesn't care about me, he says sullenly. Tangent's just worried she'll get in trouble if I don't come home one day. He scowls and picks at the hem of his sweater. Doesn't care about anything but her schoolwork. I don't want to force him with an or else. But I need more friendship. I wonder if this will linger. So we'll leave him alone. Hopefully this sticks around and I can find a way to be more friends with Dice. Okay, so nothing new from Mom. What about Dad? How's it going, my zany zygomorph? Help with the animals. No, we need animals 20. No, I suck with animals. All right, we need to raise our animal handling, chat. We need more animal handling. Oh, hi, Solana. Marzipan looks bored. My dad made me come out to get some fresh air. Don't know what's so fresh about it. It's always full of acid snow or pollen or water, and I don't know which is worse. Yeesh, okay. I feel like we are still not good to go back to school. I feel like another month of working our body shoveling dirt is going to be the things. Handle those animals. Yes. You join Cal at a particularly fragrant pile of compost. He's trying to use his hoverboard as a wheelbarrow, carefully pushing compost off it onto the pile. Don't you just love this? Cal asks excitedly. Dirt? I guess it's okay. No, he laughs. I mean, just this. Waves his arms, dirt encrusted up to the elbows. Take in the entire greenhouse. You get to help plant stuff and watch it grow. Even if we're just moving dirt around, we're still helping. Why do you like it so much? Well, he considers. I like digging holes in the dirt because it's so full of surprises down there. I found a worm. Wait, let me see if I can find her again. He sticks his hand in the compost and rummages around, his tongue sticking out of his mouth. I guess she got away, he says after a minute. She was real shiny, like a rainbow. Hey, I'm not a she. Thank you. I am fabulous, Cal. Wait, he says. I just thought of a thing I like better. He shows you his splayed hand. Getting dirt under my fingernails. He laughs. I don't know why, but it's the best. Yeah, good. Just fucking keep shooting me in the gut emotionally. Yeah, love that. Amazing. Fantabulous. Wait, hold on. I don't know if we're going to have a good score. We can do like a 1. Okay, we could barely meet it. Take the W. You worked well. It's time Vertumnalia. Udicott and the council have called for a festival to celebrate life here on Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Udicott's speech. That's history, Udicott begins, then clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. That's history. Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, and gardens and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna project chose to take on such an auspicious name, the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition on Vertumna, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet on which we find ourselves today. Yawn. Start to tune the speeches out after that. Members of the council all get up on stage one at a time to say something. Yes, we must be rebellious. No government! Down with the organizers! When it's your mother Falulu's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumnan soil. And those consonants are gonna trip me up constantly. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables that could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the Earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some of the Vertumnan plants you've come to appreciate. Juicy watato pods and slabs of edible fungi. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, give me all them fungi. Give me all them mushrooms. Delicious. Udicott takes the stage after everyone on the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities? She asks. Professor Howell and Security Chief Rhett have organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Which one do we join? Bot wrestling. Okay. Talent show. Science fair. Interesting. Bot wrestling? Bush Crank. Yeah, don't you want to wrestle, Bush Crank? Don't you want to get all oiled up and wrestle some people, Bush Crank? Shouldn't bots be naturally oiled? You should be used to that. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. If you are just now tuning in, you missed some very emotional sobbers time, so you got lucky, I guess. We've barely recovered from our emotional gut punch, and I probably will cry if certain things come up because they remind me of what happened. I've been here lurking. Oh, I'm sorry then. Oh, yeah, poor Tammy. I think, and don't spoil anything about the game for me, anyone, if people are familiar to this. But I don't know if it would be more messed up if Tammy is always predetermined to perish, and I happen to pick Tammy as my best friend. If the person you pick as your best friend will always perish, or if it's a random person that will perish and it just happened to both be Tammy and our best friend. I don't know which of those 3 circumstances would be more mucked up, but regardless of how things came to be, it's still some great storytelling, even if it devastated me emotionally. I think ultimately our character, we're going to go with, let's go with science fair. Let's go with science fair. Cause I feel like for a, what we get loyalty. Oh, we probably get loyalty because we participated. Tangent competes, of course, entering her study of the ship's hydro recycling system. It's previously used to make urine drinkable, but she offers that it can now be turned to new uses. Despite how many times she says the word pee, it's still boring, but she put a lot of effort into it. Your turn to go next. Judges are all very interested in what you're bringing to compete against Tangent. Ah, shit. We should have gone for the talky one, because we have mostly yellow cards. Round 2. Ooh. Story challenges have 3 rounds instead of 1. After every round, you'll keep the cards you didn't play and unlock an extra slot to play them in. Ooh. Interesting. So my problem right now is I actually want... Let's do this, actually. Goal 40? Okay, so we are basically guaranteed to lose. Noted. -10. Oh, it discards the ones we... Aw, slag me. Oh, I am so buggered. Oh, wait, no. Is it saying that it's going to subtract... Okay, so I still want to... I do want to score very good. Noted. Okay, so I do want to get this out of the way. We'll put this here. And we'll put this here. Still not a great hand, and we don't have a lot of toughness cards, so this is going to linger. Ooh, final round. Emotional damage. Yeah. Yeah, let's just fucking maximum emotional damage here. Fuck me. Oh, we got so close to winning. We're gonna have to give up. Ooh, we could push through, actually. You know what? We are not better than Tangent at science, so we're gonna have to give up. Tangent wins. She accepts her prize with grace, having expected nothing less. Your baking soda volcano was much less impressive than you imagined. Just kind of fizzes, and you don't explain it very well. It's pretty clear your dad helped. Maybe next year. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. During the fierce heat of dust, a few days of rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. All right. You're looking for Cal in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else. One of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded? Hey, they exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it on the ground. It's Cirrus, one of Anemone's brothers. He glares at you. It was almost done. Cal jogs over and grabs Cirrus in a friendly headlock, ruffling his messy red hair. Dude, you were so close. Cirrus stamps his feet and complains that you got in his way. It's not his fault, Cal says. He didn't know we were playing a game. Give me a sec. I'm going to teach him how to play. Cal turns to you as Cirrus leaves. Sorry, Solana, he says sheepishly. I was teaching Cirrus a new game, but he's more like an enemy than I thought. Real competitive, you know. He stoops to pick up the blindfold, brushing off the dirt. I'm trying to come up with different kinds of games other than sports ball, he says. No winners or losers. Just want to have fun with my friends. Cal looks at you hopefully. Do you want to learn how to play? Sure. What's this game you got for me, Cal? Cal's smile looks like it's going to stretch right off his face. Radical, he shouts, jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, so first, put on this blindfold. Blindfold is a little scratchy and smells like dirt. You can feel Cal's big hands on your shoulders. I'm going to spin you around. Now let go. You got to listen to my instructions. I'm going to walk all the way to the cafeteria, okay? You nod. You can't see Cal's grin, but you can hear it in his voice as he spins you around and counts to 10. 1, 2, 3. First, Cal says, you gotta walk forward 10 steps. You follow Cal's instructions, or do you make things difficult? We're gonna make him work for it? No, we're gonna do our best. He takes 10 steps straight forward, holding your hands out for balance. The rocky dirt between the garden beds crunches under your feet. Yeah, Cal says. Now, turn to your right, take 15 steps till you get to the door. All right, let's get it right. You turn to the right and walk forward, counting out 15 steps. When you stop, Cal laughs. You can hear his footsteps crunching behind you. Forgot how much bigger I am than you. You're like 2 more steps away. You take 2 more steps, till your outstretched hands land on a warm metal of the door. Success! Awesome, Cal says. You can't help but smile. This is fun. Now hit the door button on the right, and then keep walking forward until I say stop. Go really slowly, okay? You open the door, and you start to walk forward. The path slopes downwards, and your feet slip a little bit, even though you're moving as slowly as you can. Real dirt is nothing like the metal floors of the stratospheric. It's turbo rocky here, Cal says. You can feel uneasiness prickle up the back of your arms. Just keep going forward slowly. We trust Cal. You slowly creep down the slope to the center of the colony. Somehow managing to not bump into anything, Cal cheers. Bump into anything, Cal cheers. Okay, now turn a little to your right and keep walking straight. We're so close. You carefully pick your way forward, stopping when you hear Mars's unmistakable voice ring out across the courtyard. What are you nullheads doing? Cal tells her you're playing a game. Is it a real game? Mars scoffs. Looks like Solana is just wandering around with a scarf over his eyes. Aren't you a little old for this? Aw, we don't have enough bravery to ignore her. Maybe she's right. Embarrassment burns in your belly as you tear off the blindfold. Flaking away tears at the sudden brightness, you can see Mars is looking down her nose at you. Mars sneers, tossing her braids over her shoulder. I thought you were cooler, Solana. Let me know when you're ready to play adult games. You're not sure what she meant by that. Become aware of Cal standing behind you. Sorry, Solana, he says quietly. Yes, it is kind of a silly game. You ask if he wants to get some potato juice from the cafeteria instead. You spend an afternoon brainstorming ideas for more games, with no winners or losers. Man, Mars, why do you gotta rain on Cal's parade? That's mean.